What up, dude bros? I'm Frank. This is a video review of the Accustrike Falconfire pistol right here. This is a new blaster in the Accustrike line, so they fire the Accustrike darts. Worry not if you don't have any of these darts, they are reverse compatible with Nerf Elite darts. I'll have a standalone video up soon about the Accustrike ammo firing comparison to the Nerf Elite. This video, however, is just on this blaster. The Falconfire is a spring-powered pistol that breech loads like this, very similar to the Modulus Ion Fire. Included is the blaster itself, a few Accustrike darts, and the instructions. Now I'll go over the external features of the blaster. Starting up at the front, you have a little ring sight, which is pretty cool, and it corresponds with all sorts of irons all along the top of the thing. Typically iron sights, or hard-mounted sights like this, there are just two, one at the back and one at the front. But I guess if you have 5, you're way more accurate, right? But it looks cool. No tactical rail up on the top. This gray piece is how you prime the blaster. To prime, you pull it back like that. And inside here is the barrel. To load, you just shove in a dart like this. You shut the breech, and now you're ready to fire at one time. This is a breech loading pistol, meaning you have to load in from the top like that. You can't just shove it in the front. I suppose you can, but this fake grill up here is so big that it's kind of difficult to get it in there. Down here you have some dart storage. You can slide in 2 darts in here. And down here you have an Accustrike tactical rail. So if you want to put a scope on the bottom, shoot upside down, I don't know. Gravity's all relative, right? I don't know, upside down shooting. Moving back to the grip and trigger unit, it's pretty comfortable. I am an adult, I have a large hand, but I think this is a great example of a grip that will be comfortable for any body size, really. Trigger pull is normal, doesn't feel any different than most springers. And this little lip at the bottom of the grip does kind of give a confirming feel so it doesn't slide or anything like that. Not a huge deal with a very lightweight plastic blaster like this, but it feels really comfortable. And all the way in the back right here is a priming indicator. So after you prime it back, a little red thing is visible there, so you know if it's shut that you primed it. It's not a chamber indicator, so you can't tell with this little button if there's a dart loaded, only that it's primed. Those are the externals. I do think it's a pretty stylish blaster. It reminds me kind of like a laser gun, almost like an NES, like Nintendo gun. That's not really futuristic, that's the other way, but it looks cool. But let's see how it shoots. Once again, you prime back with the gray handle, you put in 1 dart, you shut it, and you fire. Shooting the Accustrike darts. But it still works with Nerf Elite darts, of course. So the performance is pretty poor, actually. I put it up on my chronograph and I got an average of only 57 feet per second with Nerf Elite darts and 54 feet per second with the included Accustrike darts. These are reverse compatible, but chronograph readings are fair only if it's the same projectile measured, so that 57 feet per second is comparable to Elite darts of the past that I've also published the chrono readings for. Whichever figure you use, it's shooting slow. It really doesn't shoot that hard. Going like Accustrike with the implication there being it's super accurate in hardcore sniper mode, especially in this little pistol frame. It would be cool if it shot at least average velocity, but it doesn't. It shoots pretty slow. But the precision of the blaster and the firing consistency and accuracy is pretty good, but that's due to the ammo, not the blaster. I'll have a standalone video on the Accustrike ammunition soon, but these darts are more accurate than Nerf Elite darts, which I think is great, because these things are just awful. You could pretty much throw them just as accurately as you can shoot them. Conclusion on the Falconfire. Overall, I would not recommend purchasing this unless you're just really, really desperate to try out the Accustrike ammo. The ammo is cool. The blaster, I mean, it looks cool, but it's not a good performer at all. The rate of fire is so bad because it's a breech loader, just like the Ion Fire. It's so slow and the performance is underwhelming, so performance-wise, there's not a good reason to buy it. It is comfortable and fun to hold, so if you're a cosplayer, that frame is really cool, just begging for a sci-fi paint job. But as far as like a performance Nerf gun goes, not that good. On a more optimistic note, I am very excited for the Accustrike ammo in the future of this line because the precision out of these darts is great. It's much better than Nerf Elite darts. But bear in mind, sometimes Nerf blasters are actually more accurate and more consistent than other blasters, but most of the time it's the ammo. So the accuracy out of this blaster is only because of the darts. When you shoot it with Nerf Elite darts, it's just as bad as the Ion Fire. But that's the review of the Accustrike Falconfire. Hopefully I provided everything you need to know whether or not you'd like to purchase it. Whether or not you'd like to blah, 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 blah. I'll post a link in the description box below if you'd like to purchase it on Amazon. That's the review. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, stay tactical.